Okay, so this is like part 2 of painting of this new journal I'm starting. And I'm just going on from the other one because I can't, it quit and I had to go in and delete some videos. So I'm just trying to get this on here. And I know it cut out before I could really start, but you can see some blue and purple tones in there, which I think looks good. And I know I said I was not going to paint the whole thing, but I sort of am, I guess. So I'm going to get around the edge here. I've got to go through my phone and delete some photos and things like that. So I think I am liking this. The journal is going to be, not going to be terribly dark. It's going to be a little bit spooky, but also a lot of just fun. So I couldn't do a real spooky journal anyway. It would make me not happy. Let's see, I've got to hold this up. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Sliding around on me. Okay, grab a bunch of black on my brush. We'll do this part black. This is all going to be covered anyway, but we'll just get a coat of paint for one more layer. Get that down in here. Sorry, the lighting is not so great. And it's glary. I know it's glary for me too, just sitting here trying to do this. It's a little glary. Was up so early this morning, but it's when I really like to work on journals. It's like early. It's like, well, now it's about 5:30 or so, but I was awake at like 3:30, and so I got up around 4 and decided, okay, well, I'm just gonna work on this. Okay, so I may come back in with a little more color on this. After it dries and I see what I've got. Let's see, I kind of want to do along the edge up here. Let's see. Yeah, and then probably right here too. Cover up some of that. The edge of the book a little bit here. And the sewing pattern paper. I'll do that. And let's see. Trying not to get covered in paint, but we all know how that goes. That's just part of the fun, right? Part of the fun. Just get along the edge here. Try to get all the little nooks and crannies. Okay, let's see. Oops, I just hit the camera. Sorry about that. And I didn't really want to get that on the top. Okay. That was, uh-oh. Sorry, I just hit you. That was silly, wasn't it, to lay that down that side up? What was I thinking? I don't even know. Took some of the paint right off what I was working on. Let's see. Okay. All right. I'm just going to lay this down. It's okay if it gets a little paint on the outside. That's fine. Cover up my thumbprint there. All right, gotta let that dry. I'm gonna save my paint in case I need to go over that. And I should have brought some water in for, man, that is a sticky piece. Yeah, my poor paint. I haven't used it in a long time, but it's coming in handy. And I can't believe how long it lasts. It lasts for a long time. Okay, save this in case I need to go back. Save my paint. And I'm going to get this out of the way so it can dry. You can hear my printer in the background probably, as I'm printing out a bunch of stuff. So I'll pop my paintbrush in some water so it can. Okay, sorry, I had to stick my paintbrush in some water. Okay, so let's see. I have to have a drink of tea. It's so early. Let's see what else I was going to show you. So I've been watching, well, I watch Gail all the time, and I watch Roxy Creations all the time, and I know that they had gotten some of these things from Girl on the Ridge, so I was going to show you. So this is something I'm working on. It's a little try folder, and I know all those people have done this. This is nothing that I've come up with. But this is a page from a book I have that has beautiful English garden. Let me see, it's this one. It's the New Concise British Flora. Am I still taping? Yes, good. Can you even see that? Probably not. But it has these lovely kind of black and white pictures in the background, and then it has, and they're all, I don't know, somebody, I can't remember who recommended this, but it's all one-sided, so you can use every picture in here. So I've done some, tearing out, not fussy cutting, but fussy tearing, I guess. So I've used that, but in the back, I love those pages, and I thought those would be really nice for a couple of these files. So that's fun. So I've been working on those, and it's just a tri-fold paper, and this particular one happened to be blank on this side. Let me make sure you can see here. Okay, yeah. So this, I made a pocket on this side. I don't know if that's going to work real well because it's kind of thin, and I just decorated it, and I'm going to put something on here. So I want to look through. This is just kind of a Mod Podge of things while that's kind of drying. So here's another one that I did. Some doilies. This is going in my gypsy journal that's finished. I just need to get this popped in there. So I just did that. Lots of writing space. Pocket. And that's on the back. So I think that's pretty nice how that came out. So I want to do that. The other thing I'm making are, who made these? I think Gail was making these, and these are also a Roxy Creations, and I'm sure a million other people have made these too. But they're so much fun. I just cut my coffee dyed paper in half. This is my own coffee dyed paper. And I just folded it however and made a little pocket with this over the top. So that's kind of fun. And then, let's see, here's one that I decorated up. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. Get that out of the way. My camera is up so high that I have to stand up and mess around with it. Okay, so there's this one. It has Bloom and Grow, and then there will be a little card or a journaling card in there. I thought that was adorable. Again, this is not my idea. This belongs to someone else that I saw. But, and then this one. And I have words. I don't know who my words are from. Could be Nick. It could be Mrs. Cogs. I don't know. This one is a Tim Holtz. It says, "Life is full of beauty." And I would just, these are so much fun to make. I made a whole bunch of them. Here's another one. That, and this one says "Lucky" on it. That's a Tim Holtz one. Love these. And this one says "Kindness." Just kind of fun. Kind of fun. And then I had Book Page, and so I just did a thing on Book Page and put favorite tales on that one. So those have been really fun to do. So maybe I will decorate up these last two. And let's see what we want to do. So I have this whole little, box of stuff. Okay, I'm going to zoom back out a little bit if I can. There we go. All right. So I love this green paper that's the painter's, what is it? Painter's tape. It's not tape, but I can't quite remember what it's called, but you get it at like Home Depot. So I just have some little scraps. This nice little piece of lace, and let's see. It's a little bit tricky to find, something to go on the bottom there, but you just have to search around, and I might have to go back into my book to find something. I'm going to cut a couple little pieces of this. It's just muslin. I got from Joann's, I think, probably. I don't know. I'm just going to rip a little bit of this so I have some muslin to put on here for words and such. Do that. Oh, my printer sort of stopped. I wonder if it's finally done. I was printing a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, then I have this. The other thing I've been doing, which is really fun, I heard someone saying, "Oh, I'm saving my tea bags," or whatever. And I didn't think people were really saving their tea bags. I mean, I drink tea all the time. So I've been saving my tea bags, drying them, and spilling the tea out and using them. So those have been fun. Again, it's a little tricky to find things to put there, but I think we're going to start with just a little piece of this. I'm just barely going to ink around here. I know that is there, I'm going to put that there so it's not so glaring. I find this paper a little tricky to ink on because it's thin. It's thin. And I'm going to just ink that a little bit more, maybe. Yeah. And I don't mind crunching it up either and just having it kind of lay on there, crunched up. And I think I might use some Mod Podge on this to put it down with. And of course, my paintbrush is being so soaked. Let me go grab another paintbrush. Sorry, a lot of running around in this video. Okay, so here we go. Let's just put a little Mod Podge on here. I do like, I'm gonna do the whole thing. I just like the way it looks when it, you know, gives a little gloss, and it's just fun. So since we're doing this, I had a little fight with my wax paper this morning. It was a new roll, and it ripped, and one side was coming out and the other side wasn't coming out. It was a little cranky, I'm gonna say. Okay, and then I just want to see kind of, yeah, we'll just get that right there. And I don't mind that it's kind of hanging off a teeny bit, that's okay. And we'll just get that on there. That'll be fun. Now, let's see if I have a smaller flower to go. A lot of them are very tall. Even that's going to be too tall. Let's see. What have we got here? What's this one? That's a tall one too. Well, I might have to go in my book. That's probably too tall. Well, let's see. If I put it like that, it might be okay. We'll just make it go a little sideways like that. I'm just going to stick it right on where that one is. On the others I did not Mod Podge, so, but it's fun. All right, so now that's the thing, we gotta let this dry now. That's okay. Let's see what we want to do on this one. Maybe we'll do a little bit of the same, but maybe we'll do a little, let's see, a little of this muslin down there. Do a little layering, maybe. But what I am going to do with this first, yes, want to make sure we're still going. Yep, good. All right, we're just I'm going to just use my ground espresso and grunge this up a bit because I want to, you know what? Well, that's okay. I almost was going to say I didn't think I wanted to use this end. That's the end of the bolt, I guess that was, where it has the sewing holes in it, but that's okay. That's what we're going to do. All right, so let's see. If we start with something like this. Okay, I'll just put that down so I can see. And then what do we want to do? I might put a piece of this because I just do really like it. Sorry, I know I get out of camera sight because I tend to pull my chair back. This is, as I said, it's a little difficult to ink this, but you don't, I mean, you wouldn't have to anyway if you didn't want to. Okay, I think that will be good. And let's just go into this book. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll move that. Let's see if I can find. That might be. Let's see. I'm not getting in there. Okay. Let's see if we can find. See, a lot of them are very beautiful, but they're very tall for this kind of thing. I mean, they would be great to make belly bands with, and the tall ones. I'm wondering if that would work. Let's just get this a little. This is what I mean by fussy ripping. If I'm going to do like a whole page, I'd take the page out. But, and I do try to keep the name of the plant. I just think that's fun to have in there. It's tricky to do this. Keep it on camera, okay. And then I can cut it or rip it a little bit more around. And that's going to go right on there, okay. I don't like to have those sharp edges, so let's see. That looks cute, I think it does, okay. Let's close this up, okay. Put that there. All right, let's just glue some of these things on. And I'm just gonna glue stick this on. Oh, here's a little tea bag. I was looking for that before, that I sewed around, which would actually go there. That would actually look cute. Maybe I wanna do this and then this. Wow, that's a lot of layers. What do you think? Too many layers? I don't know. I'm really trying to use lots of layers these days. Let me turn this around. Maybe this way. And then this could go here. Can't really tell it's a tea bag now though, can you? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put this on first. Just get it down there. And then we'll see what we're gonna do. I've got to do a couple more videos. I have a few journals to get videos of so I can get them out on my Etsy. My cat is doing something weird. I don't know what she's doing, but I can hear her. She's after something. I don't know what she's doing. All right, let's see. I want this, I think, to go this way because I think that's quite cute. We're going to use a little bit of Fabri-Tac to put this down with, though. I think my Fabri-Tac is getting down to the end here. Excuse me. Okay. I do have another bottle, though, so I'm not worried. I finally broke down and bought 3 bottles of it together so that I would have it. Okay, love it, love it, love it. And I think we'll just go ahead and use Fabri-Tac here too because I've got it, so might as well use it, right? It's right here, and I know it will stick down then to the fabric and to everything else. Okay. Let me this way or this way. Oh, I really don't. I think I want to. Oh, I really would like some of that to show. I think I'll go that way. Okay. So that's very cool. And then, how's this one doing? This one is drying. That's not quite dry yet, but see how pretty? That's gonna be nice and shiny, pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go into my little ephemera folder here. This back over here to dry. I wanna find a label to put on here. Now, I have labels from like everybody, so don't yell at me if I don't know who's or whose, so because I have so many. A lot of them are Roxy Creations, Rachel's, and a lot of them. I have NYX, I have Artsology, you know, there's just everybody in here. So let's see, I want to put one on the top. And let's see what we have that we might like. Ugh, good stuff stuck to me. Okay, I need a longer one. Let's see, how about one of these? Not really. Let me see. That's kind of the longer one. Let's see. What do we want? That's kind of the only longish one I have. Well, what will it look like if I ink it right up and get some dark edges on here? That might make it a little better. It was kind of light for me putting it on there, so I'm not sure. Okay, let's do that. Is that going to be better? It does have a little pink in there. I think we're going to call it good. I think we are. Okay. Put these away. And this is just a little ephemera folder that I made that it kind of just came about. I was trying a, you know, one of these that I think Nick did these. I need to put, there's just all kinds of things in here. So actually there's a lot in here. And so, but it holds a lot. And I also wanted to try out this, the paper, and I love the way this came out. It's really pretty. Okay, so let's finish this up because I am gonna have to go get ready for the littles. The littles will be coming, and then that's the end of this fun. And I'm on a roll here, and I wish littles weren't coming because I am having fun and I'm on a roll here. Let's see. Let's try to get that at least a little straight in there. A little straight. Is that pretty good, I guess? All right. Oh, this board is driving me crazy with that. Okay, now I want to look for. Let's do. I'm gonna find a Tim Holtz. I have all my words and such in this little pouch that I made, and I can't remember the gal who made these, but it's just one of those. Like you get quilt sets in those plastic bags, and you just cut it and sew it, and it makes it. It actually is quite sturdy. It makes a nice little pouch. All right, let me get out my Tim Holtz words here and see what we might want to put on here. Oh, let's see. Well, I don't know. I do have some garden words. Here's some garden words. Can't be too big. Let's see. I'm not really happy with that. We'll put the garden variety. I'm really not happy with that label on there. I don't know. That might just not stay there. But it's there now. We'll see. It's just not, it's not doing it for me. It's just not doing it. It's, you know what? It's not. I'm taking it off. But before it gets, it's really stuck though, isn't it? Yep. All right. So it's there. Oh, well. I can cover it up with something else if I really don't like it. Okay. Let me just snip that little edge right there. And I am going to just ink this. And that's going to go on there like that, and that's going to go in there like that. Okay, let's couldn't find my Fabri-Tac for a minute. I was like, I just used it. It's got to be right here. All right, so I need to put some on the edge of that because that's not sticking down anymore. Where I pulled on it, we'll put that there. I love using a little bit of cheesecloth or linen or just the cotton. It's just fun. Sorry about that. My glue stick tipped over. Okay. Now I'm going to just put this right in here. Okay. I'm going to let that dry. And we'll see. We'll see when I come back and look at it later if I am in love with that still or not. But, okay, pretty cute. And so this one is still drying, so I'm going to let that dry and then work on it. All right, my friends, I hope you're all well. I hope everybody is in a happy place. And okay, the Fabri-Tac cover does not go on the glue stick. No, it doesn't work. It does not work. Okay, so, oh, geez, yes, so I'm off to take care and get ready for my littles, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.